everybody. If you guys want to see the DoorDash series on the shenanigans with DoorDash, please stay tuned. Hey everybody, so we are back with the shenanigans, or we're back with the DoorDash series. I know I did 2 videos already, so I will link them in the iCard and down in the description bar below, and try to link at least one of them at the end card and put another video so you guys can see what else I do on this channel. But to those of you that don't know what don't know what DoorDashing is basically, DoorDashing food to people in your area, whether you're food shopping or just basically picking up food and bringing it to their house and things of that sort. And that's what I've been doing for a little while now. Not it hasn't been a year yet, I don't think. It'll be a year next year, I believe. So yeah, so I've been doing it, and I have ran into some problems, and a lot of DoorDashers have. There's no perfect whatever that you're doing in your life is never going to run smoothly or whatever. I'm not trying to wish anything on anybody, but you're going to experience some things. So, and hopefully it's not anything to where it can be harmful or harmful to anyone else or yourself. So this is not anything harmful or anything to me or to anybody else, but it's just like little shenanigans that can kind of get a aggy, if you will, to certain DoorDashers or whatever the case is. But this is what I have ran into, and I'm just gonna let you guys know. All right, so y'all ready? Okay, so basically I have in my mind, I always put certain restaurants on the blacklist, and I say the blacklist is because of certain things that they do. So one of them is Chipotle. Okay, I'm sorry y'all, I know that's your favorite store. I don't even like Chipotle, so don't throw tomatoes at me. Okay, whatever, I like Qdoba better, but anyway, I digress. But anyway, so Chipotle, for instance, I go to one of the Chipotles that I usually go to as far as for DoorDash, and in that town, that area, because there's a lot of hot spots there. So because they let you know on the map, and they put like a little fire sign or wwhatever. So I go there, and it's not my area, it's another area. So I go there. I talk about it a lot, but I'm not gonna say it here because I don't know if they're gonna be looking. But anyway, I don't care. So basically I go there, and I remember one time I went there, and they had a lot of online orders. They was backed up, and there was some DoorDashers there, plus people that ordered online that was waiting. So usually they have like a little shelf that you go pick up the food or whatever. So nothing, I think a few bags was there, but none of my bags were there, and some people, so it was getting backed up. So when people was coming in, they would stop letting people order from the inside, and it was telling people, and then when people came in, I don't know who she was, the manager or whatever, was getting mad at the other workers and telling them not to let people order online or whatever the case is, like online in the store, but we're only taking online orders or whatever the case is. So yeah, and they said they were trying to catch up. So the lady basically was all like talking, not directly to us, but indirectly to us, like, yeah, we gotta do all these orders, and there's a lot going on, and people coming in, and ma'am, okay, I'm sorry, but nobody cares. We're just here for the orders. We don't care what your attitude is. I'm sorry you're having a bad day, but like, don't bring it out on us. We didn't do this, okay, to you, okay? I mean, nobody's holding you here at this job. I'm sure you probably need it or whatever the case is, but I'm gonna need for you not to do all that. I don't see why people put all that energy into something when it's just like, ma'am, you don't even know us, So it's just like, why do you have to say all that? For what? And you wasn't even directly talking to us. You're talking indirectly, so you're looking crazy anyway. So it's just like, wow. Who are you talking to? All right, to yourself, obviously, because nobody was paying. I was paying attention, but nobody cares. Okay, I'm sure nobody else cared, because I know I didn't care. So it's like, okay, we're waiting or whatever. And I send a text message to the customer, and I waited for a good, I would say, 20 minutes. Now, as a DoorDasher, that is entirely too long. That's eternity long, okay, for a DoorDasher, okay? But I was being nice, me being Charmaine, Marquita being nice, and was like, I'm just gonna wait, because I don't think I had a stacked order, but if I did, I would have dropped it and keep it moving, okay? You don't really have to tell them that you're gonna drop the order. You could just bounce and leave. That's what I usually do. I'll be like, oh, okay, and I just leave and unassign the order, okay? That's what I usually do. Sometimes I do notify them if I'm the only person there, but none of my got time, and that person had an attitude, so if I was dropping the order, I was not gonna say nothing, because it's just like, if you blow up on me, I mean, boo, I will call Chipotle and let them know what's going on here at this store location. But anyway, so At any rate, so basically, she was all getting mad and stuff like that. So I was letting the guy, I think it was a guy, I don't know who it was, but anyway, I was letting them know. I was like, I'm gonna stay here for another 5 minutes. If your order don't come out, then I'm gonna have to leave, and I'll let DoorDash know and stuff like that. You know, just informing the customer and letting them know, because I'm sure they're hungry. You don't know if the person got, you know, diabetes or they need their food right then and there. So you just gotta make them, you know, make sure so they could probably, you know, come with a backup plan or something like that. That's how I look at it. You know, I always look at it like a health concern or something like that. You know, that's just me. So basically, right after I said that, like a few minutes, their order came out, and then I went. So I waited for a good like 25 minutes, okay? And so it's just like, and I did this before. One time I waited like 15 minutes, and then I let them on a blacklist for 2 weeks. So I let them cool off and let them rejuvenate themselves, and then come back, because they was doing pretty good for the past 2 weeks that I've been going there. They did pretty good or whatever, but that was it. And then it was the same lady one time when I went in there again, and she was like, oh, if the order is it 1 o'clock? Is it 1 o'clock yet? Because if it, like, bruh, okay, if the order's not ready, it's not ready. Like, we don't need your attitude, ma'am. Like, every time. Like, it's just like, but at any rate, another shenanigan is, say if you go to the restaurant and the order is, they say pick up by 3:37. They give these crazy times, but 3:37, and you go there. Okay, sometimes I be getting there fast. I be like boom, boom, boom. You know, I don't be, you know, driving fast, but whatever, y'all say I do. But anyway, so I be getting there early, and then sometimes I be walking in there early, you know, and then like I'm like, but I'm like, okay, I was here early, so let me just stop. So sometimes I just wait in the car until it's like say if it's like I said, if the order is ready at 3:37, 3:36, I start getting out the car. Even 3:37, I'll get out the car just to give them an extra minute. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I be knowing the store, because certain stores I be knowing, I'm like, oh yeah, sometimes there, because Blaze Pizza sometimes be acting up, and Smash Burger be acting up. Yeah, I'm calling y'all out. Y'all be acting up over here. Anyway, I'm in Jersey, so please, y'all be acting up sometimes. Like, have the order ready. Don't say it's gonna be pick up by this time and you still trying to put a piece of burger in the sandwich, please. So anyway, so I don't got time for that. But anyway, if it's 5 minutes, I'm gonna say, another shenanigan happened recently. But anyway, so I thought I had patience. I do have patience, y'all. Don't act like I don't. But doing DoorDash, if you want to make a decent amount of money during the day, you have to, you know, their time is precious. Okay, you can't be waiting for an order every time. Every time you do a DoorDash, 20 minutes, you're not gonna make money like that. That's no bueno. Okay, so yeah, you have to have that type of like hurry up mentality while doing DoorDash. So anyway, basically, you know, I went to Blaze Pizza one time, and then the thing wasn't ready, and I was waiting for like I was waiting for 10 minutes, okay? So 10 minutes, I was like, all right, so like the longest I'll probably give a courtesy is probably 10 minutes. But if I have a stacked order, I'm just waiting 5 minutes. And if it's not ready, I'm going to unassign myself from a part of that stacked order. And I'm going to know that I'm not going to get the full amount because I unassign myself. And I will let DoorDash know. So when I let them know, sometimes they'll just pay you half of what you know you were supposed to get as far as that part of the order. So at least you let them know and they do that. But if you don't let them know, you just drop the order, then you don't get paid for that part at all. So you just, if you do let them know, whatever the case is, then they'll look into it and they'll, you know, because it's not your fault. It's the restaurant fault. You got there, it wasn't ready, or they said it was going to be ready in 10-15 minutes, and you can't do it because you have another order. You can't do it. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, and a stacked order, I explained that in another video, so I'm not going to talk about it. Go watch that video. But anyway, so basically, you know, I remember I went to Little Caesars, and I got there. They said pick up by like 4 o'clock. I got there. I waited in the car, and then 4 o'clock came. I went to Little Caesar. I showed them the name. I said it's Stephen D or something like that, and they said, oh, it's gonna be 10 minutes. I was like, 10 minutes? I was like, okay. Next order, like, ain't nobody sitting there. And I know you're probably like, well, Dad, don't you have a percentage you have to uphold? Yes, I do. But if it tries to get low or whatever like that, I will let DoorDash know. Like, if I see it getting, like, dangerously low or on the brink of getting low, then I'm going to let them know what's happening, because nobody's sitting there for no extra 10 to 15 minutes. And when people say 10 minutes, it's really probably like 15 or 20 minutes. So ain't nobody doing it. Just like when I went to Burger King one time. And this was recently. I think it was last week. I went to Burger King. The girl, I think I was, like, the only one in there. So I'm thinking, like, okay. So I'm waiting. So the girl was finished. Of course, she was finished with the drink, okay, ice melted, okay, of course. So she putting the drink in front of me like, you about the order about to come up, please, all right. Like, spent about 2 hours later, okay. And I'm like, what? So she told me, she was like, she did give me an ultimatum, but me being Charmaine, being nice, like, I'll wait. So she's like, do you want to wait for the order? It's gonna be 5 minutes. And I was like, I'll wait. She said 5 minutes, okay? But I'm going to give the girl, she asked me did I want to wait or not. So this was like partially my fault, if you will, because I could have said no, I'll bounce or whatever like that, but I wanted to wait. So she said 5 minutes, and I text the customer and let them know, and I look back at my phone and I was like, this is like 10-15 minutes now. The girl over there getting mad because she done burned her hand in the thing, and then she's like, oh, I'm doing all this, whatever, like getting frustrated at the job and stuff like that, doing all that, and people like, oh, in the background they trying to wait for the hamburger to be flipped. Or I'm like, when I told the girl, and I had my mask on, I was like, I'm gonna leave, and she didn't hear me. I was like, I'm leaving, I'm sorry, whatever like that. So I left. All right, I think I let the customer know, but I was like, I'm sorry, contact DoorDash, something I said, and then I left. And I was just like, really, DoorDash? It was only for like $6 and change. So I'm like, I'm not gonna do that, okay? Excuse me. So yeah, the restaurants be tripping, okay? Those are the only things I can think of off the top of my head, that certain restaurants and what they do. The customers, I'm sorry customers, but I'm going to call y'all out too, okay? Because y'all be doing the most too sometimes. I know the customer's always right, but like, I don't even know who made that up, because how is the customer always right when if it's something wrong is wrong. Wrong is wrong, right is right. I don't understand. Anyway, so say they say leave at the door. They have instructions, leave it. They have a pre-made thing that say leave at the door. Then I guess the customer could leave like a message at the whatever. So sometimes the customer will say leave at the door and then say hand it to me. Do you want me to leave it at the door, or do you want me to hand it to you? So I think the leave at the door is like a pre-made thing, and then they have like a leave at the door : and then the person types something. Oh, call me at such and such, whatever. So with DoorDash, you have a max thing. So like they have like a telephone there and the text message thing there, so you can click one of those so your number can be masked. And when your number is masked, you can basically send them a message without them knowing your number, or whatever the case is, or call them without them knowing your number. Y'all both of y'all numbers are masked. So basically I'm like, what? So then when I called them, one time when I called somebody and they said leave at the door, I called them, or I sent them a message and they said, oh, okay, just leave at the door. So why you told me to call you or let you know that I'm outside? Like, I don't understand. Then they be having somewhere, okay, and then me waiting at the same, when they say hand it to them, my wait time is 5 minutes. Not even 5 minutes. My wait time is 2 minutes. If you're not at the door at 2 minutes, I'm bouncing. And I'm going to take a manual picture, because when it says hand to the customer, there's other options when they say, okay, if you can't hand it to the customer, then they have a thing, like other steps saying what to do and stuff like that. Sometimes they tell you to take it back to the merchant, they'll call the customer, or take it back to the merchant, or take a photo, stuff like that. So sometimes I'll take a manual photo, my photo thing, and then I'll send them a message through the thing and let them know that it's on the step. I couldn't get in contact with you, and I have other orders to do, or I just couldn't get in contact with you, and I couldn't wait. Just, I wasn't rude with it or anything. Just, just reassured them that I was outside, and sorry for the inconvenience, but I couldn't, whatever. And it was, cool with it. They was like, okay, thank you, whatever the case is. So that was cool. But yeah, stuff like that. Like, no, don't say hand to me if you're gonna tell me to leave it at the door. Is it leave at the door or hand it to me? And then when it's handed to me, where they be at? That's what I said. Where they be at? Like I said, I'm giving you 2 minutes. If it's not 2 minutes, I'm taking a picture and I'm sending a message. And it be just your luck when the thing says this person does not have, the phone number. You can't call them. You can't text them. So it's like, what do you do at that point? Okay, you contact DoorDash support. You can't even contact them at all. So it's like, they're not answering the door. So you just, lo and behold, you go back to DoorDash support. If they still not answering and stuff like that, DoorDash might say, just leave it. And they'll put a note in their system. Because I remember one time, somebody ordered, it's another shenanigan. Somebody ordered a Wendy's Frosty from a few towns over, when they're in Target at work, but they have a Starbucks in their Target, and they have a Wendy's right next to them, and they have a Burger King across the street and a McDonald's across the street. I don't know why DoorDash does that, but they let them order from 2 or 3 towns over. But it's like, you have all these surroundings of restaurants. Why are you ordering from over there? Or why couldn't you just walk or go on your lunch break and go to Wendy's real quick? You just want a Frosty, bruh. And then you was nowhere to be found. Went in there, looking around, text, call, didn't answer. So I had to leave your stuff at the exchange thing. I let DoorDash know. They said, just leave it. You're not gonna get penalized or nothing if it was late, because it was running late. As I was walking out the door, they was calling her over the intercom saying, oh, hey, so and so, your order is here from DoorDash. Where were you? So your Frosty is like a milkshake now. Like, that was a waste of money. Like, I don't understand when people do certain stuff like that. Like, when they order one item, I be getting mad and I be getting tricked into it because you can't see the item until you click all the way into it. And that's how they get you. So, sometimes when I see one item, I stay away from it, but it depends on how much it is and stuff like that. So, I was just like, bruh, why do people do certain stuff like that? I was like, you know what? Ma'am, sir, y'all are tripping right now. So stuff like that, okay? So you'll run into those type of shenanigans. Of course, you're gonna run into probably some traffic. Just keep in communication with your customers, okay? If you run into traffic, if you run into a problem at the restaurant, if you run into something with your car, God forbid, or something happened, emergency, just let your customer know. Then contact DoorDash if you can't, do anything other than, whatever, let them know as well if you have to go to that extent and things of that sort, okay? So it's like those shenanigans, those are just a little bit of the shenanigans that can happen between the customer and the restaurant. So just be prepared. If you are a new DoorDasher, don't get all mad, don't get upset, because things do happen. So just make sure that you're prepared for these things, because this is the real world. This is what happens. This is how people act, this is how they are and stuff like that. So you just got to keep your head on a swivel and make sure, because it's dangerous out here, because people are doing dangerous things. So it's just like just make sure that you're being safe and being okay. So that's all I got for y'all today for the shenanigans. If you guys want more shenanigans for DoorDash, please let me know and I will be back with more, because I'm sure I have more. This was just a little premiere, okay? And it's 15 minutes and I need to get out of here. I've been talking to y'all too long, and I have like about 2 or 3 other videos. No, I think I have 2 more videos to do. But that's about it, you guys. I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you had any DoorDash experiences like that, or if you're a DoorDash customer, have a DoorDasher have been rude to you or mean to you or something like that. Let me know what your experience are, whether you're a DoorDasher or you're a consumer. Let me know, okay? All right, so that's it, you guys. Any questions, comments, with the nice. Thank you for watching. Peace, bye.